Hi, welcome back. I'm Cindy Wagner. I'm a photo expert and I'm doing these chats to help guide you through the maze of organizing your photos, your slides, your film, and even your digital photos. So today I want to talk about setting up for success. So a lot of this stuff is physical stuff, your prints and your slides and your films. So what you're going to want to do, if you possibly can, is find the corner of a room somewhere and set up a table or two. That doesn't work for everybody. So if you're going to be working on the kitchen table, that's fine. You're just going to want to be vigilant when you put your stuff away to keep track of where you were. You're probably going to want to do that if you're working in a corner of a room anyway. But either way, it's a pain because the stuff is coming out. But the good news is you do this once. You organize your stuff once. Then it's organized and you don't have to do it anymore. So that's the silver lining, if you will. So I've been doing this a long time and I get questions. And one of the questions is, should I wear gloves? Well, at this point, I think we are all professional hand washers and it's really okay. You can handle your photos, the sides and the backs, with clean, dry hands. When I work with other people's photos, other people's stuff, I like to wear gloves. I will tell you I'm generally against white cotton gloves. And my reasons are they're really hard to keep clean. And the other thing is they restrict my movement. So I really like nitrile gloves. I have dexterity when I'm using them, and they are a wonderful barrier between the oils in my hands and other people's images. Yeah, but given where we are right now, this is April of 2020, I am not ordering any nitrile gloves. For those of you who are essential workers and you go to work every day and you need to stay safe, I'm not ordering nitrile gloves right now. They are for you. So I am being Minnie Mouse and I am using white cotton gloves because they at least keep the photos clean. Okay. The other question I get a lot is, how much is this going to cost? Well, that's the best question I think you can ask before you launch on a big project. So the answer is there is some stuff you're going to want to have. So when you're working with prints, you're going to want to have a photo-safe pencil. Pencil, not pen. And you're also going to want to have index cards. These are obviously brightly colored. Get the brightly colored ones. The white ones, they look like photos. They're not great dividers. And then another thing is sticky notes. I use a lot of sticky notes, and they come in really handy. So you're going to want a pack of those. A few other things that you're going to want is you're going to probably want a brush. This is a little smaller than I like, but it's the one I'm using right now. I get a new one every once in a while. Is extremely soft, and incredibly clean, which is why I get a new one every once in a while. So when I need to lightly dust a photo, this is what I use. I don't use my fingers, I don't use my gloves, I don't use any of that. So a little brush, just the thing. Another thing I use is this little wedge. Let me see if I can get it close there for you. So this one is from Mod Podge. And what it does is if a photo is stuck in a photo album, you can kind of very gently, very gently, but it really works great. Another thing, when it's a little more stuck, you can use is dental floss. You can loop it around the back and go ooh, 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 and it can get the photo unstuck. My warning on that is if it is truly stuck, the dental floss will cut like a knife. So be very gentle. It is for gently removing things that are stuck. And so let's see, what else you're going to need. For digital photos, and they're all going to become digital, so you're going to need this, is an external hard drive. And I don't know the size of your collection, but generally, at least 2 terabytes, which is pretty common right now. If you have a lot of movies, you're probably going to want more. So as we go along, maybe you'll buy that when you have a better idea. That would be fine. And then you already know when it comes to digitizing, you're either going to own the equipment and do it yourself, or you're going to hire somebody to do it. So I think what I'll do in future chats is give you a couple of guidelines that you can, whether you're going to do it yourself or have someone else do it, you know the right questions to ask and you know what you're going to get back. So that would be useful. And then sorting boxes. I don't spend it very much on sorting boxes. Sometimes if they're on sale, you know, the little photo boxes like this, I might buy some. I'll use any clean, dry box. Clean has to be. So like this, you know, it's a shoe box. It's fine. It was very, very clean. I also like, if I'm going to use these boxes, is it has to be wide enough that I can put an 8x10 and the 8x10 doesn't have to be mushed in there. What's the point of that? That's not a good thing to do. So those are my sorting boxes. I just use whatever boxes I can find that are clean and large enough. And then an expense, I do this towards the end, is I get high quality archival photo-safe boxes. You can order them online. That is a worthwhile purchase once you know what you have. And I think that's the important thing right now. There's no reason to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. Let's first figure out what we got. And then the final thing that I would say is I always have a notebook. I always have a notebook anyway. But on this, you can keep track of, for instance, where you left off, which is a great thing. You can keep track of ideas that come up as you work. You know, you're going to be working and you're going to go, oh my gosh, I have these wedding photos and I also have this and I can put it together and I would, you know, make a photo book, or I have enough stuff I could do yearbooks, you know, annuals, whatever, slideshows, ornaments. I mean, there are things in your collection that you can enjoy making something or having something made. And so as you go through, when those ideas come up, write them down and just don't stop and do them right this minute. Otherwise, that table's going to be set up for a really long time. Okay. So I am hoping these video chats help and shine a light on your project a little bit. I want, if you would, please ask questions. You can either PM me or you can email me. I'm Cindy at focusafterphoto.com. And I have been teaching for 20 years. And I know when someone has a question, the entire class benefits. So I'm looking forward to yours. All right, so I will see you next time, and thank you so much.